Number 15. These fishermen are trying to reel in a marlin that's so big, all three of them are needed. Just when they think they've got it beat, the sea creature leaves from the ocean in a final attempt to survive. Look again and you'll see its giant sword-like mouth would have went clean through the face of the person on the left if they didn't move in time. Its fins are also razor sharp and could have easily cleaved through an artery with even the slightest contact, so this person is lucky to survive. Now they have a tail no one would have otherwise believed was real if not for this video. Number 14. This video, taken in Lottie, Florida, shows two mysterious government vehicles sticking close together as they head to an undisclosed location. No identifying information is written on the side of the trucks. The first truck has red and blue lights on the top, but the one behind it doesn't have any markings at all and could easily be mistaken for a civilian vehicle to the untrained eye. Both trucks are covered in thick armor, and each one has enough room in the back to serve as a mobile command station of some kind. Though for what purpose I can't say. People in the comments section of this video are suggesting everything from hazardous waste cleanup to mind control operations. One of the more convincing comments states that these trucks only are seen when a serious threat to national security is detected, like a nuclear device or worse. Again, I don't know what these vehicles are for, but if I saw one in my neighborhood, I would be worried, let alone seeing two. Number 13. A strange man in Charlotte, North Carolina walks up to someone's door and without reason begins to lick the unsanitary surface. His eyes remain fixed on the doorbell and he lets out a small moan each time. What is he even doing here and why? The camera has sound, but he doesn't say a word as he points to various ads on a booklet. He looks totally out of it. Drool is dribbling from his chin and his shirt is drenched. I have no idea what he is trying to signify here, and I doubt he does either. Eventually he walks away, but not before turning around for one last kiss goodbye. I think I hear a word said here, but I need your help to understand what it was. Number 12. The Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado is thought to be very haunted and was the inspiration for Stephen King's The Shining. A YouTuber named Ricky Rock requests the most haunted room 418 and records himself sleeping. Sounds of movement originate from within the room. Then at around 3 a.m., he claims a spirit entered his body. This is the exact moment it happened. He sits up and stares directly at the camera with a blank expression. I guess he could still be half asleep, but many believe that he is under the control of a spirit. And that's when some presence apparently made him speak in tongues. Watch this part and tell me if it sounds like something paranormal or someone having a bad dream. The comments section of this video seems to be evenly split between fake and real, so let me know what you think based on what I was able to show. Number 11. Tamara Spiess gets a phone notification that someone is at her door. Her doorbell cam automatically turns on and catches this suspicious person snooping around. He rings her doorbell one time and waits for someone to answer. Fair enough. He's wearing painter's clothes and maybe he has an appointment or something. But then when nobody comes to greet him, he takes it upon himself to lift up the entire doormat and look around. The only reason I can think of was to check for a key under the mat to let himself in. I guess maybe he could have gotten the wrong address, but I seriously doubt it. He keeps looking over his shoulder and acting nervous, so I think he was most likely going to take their belongings, or worse still, maybe even try to wait inside for Tamara to return. Number 10. This elderly man is on a ventilator and battling for his very life. His daughter and 2 grandchildren gather around to offer encouragement and pay their respects. After requesting some privacy from the doctors, one of the grandchildren pulls out an inheritance contract from under his clothes, and they threaten the grandfather into signing. Having forced themselves into his will, the daughter next reaches down and unscrews his heart IV in a matter of seconds. She does this in the direct sight of the other grandson, so he must have known too. They all gather around to watch the old man slowly weaken. Judging from how the other grandchild looks over his shoulder at the 2-minute mark, there's no doubt he knew what they were doing. Everyone here looks guilty. When medical staff come in to check what's wrong, the suspects all slip out one by one. It wasn't until later, when staff reviewed the CCTV footage, that they were able to piece together this family plot of betrayal and bring them all to justice. And yes, the man did thankfully survive. Number 9. Formerly known as the Biltmore Hotel, the Graduate Providence in Rhode Island is said to be one of the most haunted hotels on earth. It was financed by Lace Wyckoff, a man who openly practiced black magic and wanted to use the building as a way to spread occult knowledge to the public. Now a YouTuber named Jack Steffens is sure that there is someone in the room with him at 2 a.m., so he records down the hall for a sign. His suspicions are soon confirmed.
Did you see that?
With absolutely no editing cuts at all, Jack opens the door and turns on the lights. It's an extremely small bathroom with practically nowhere to hide, and no time for someone to quickly leave without getting past him first. Considering there's hardly even enough room for someone to stand on the other side of the door to begin with, it was probably paranormal. Number 8. A customer reaches for a drink when he begins to shake and sputter out of control. It looks like it could be a seizure, but he does not fall down right away, so some people say it's a possession. At the 48-second mark, he points to something only he can see and begins shrieking in horror. This is when he goes down a second time and does not come back up. One minute and 5 seconds into the video, you can see a ghostly figure in the reflection to his left that could be the spirit of his aggressor. Paper towels fly to the ground on their own shortly after in a further indication of paranormal possession. Number 7. A YouTuber named Jessie V and her sister Mandy are constantly hearing strange noises coming from the attic. They would have happily never gone up there, if not for their insistent fans who demanded to know the answer. They finally work up enough courage to take a ladder up there. Mandy goes up first and gets a really bad feeling. She's describing the general layout when they catch something that might have followed her back down. In a mirror on the wall is the reflection of a figure that is a quarter of the size of Mandy, whose much larger reflection can be seen right beside it. Whatever this is, it's standing right in front of both of them. Jessie turns the camera to reveal her father standing off to the side, but he is way too tall to be it. Also, this figure lacks any color or detail at all. Only later, when a commenter pointed out the creepy shadow person, did they go back and review the video. No answer was ever provided. Number 6. It's late at night, well past closing hours, when the St. George's Theatre in Norfolk catches this mysterious disturbance on CCTV. It starts as small movements in the very corner of the far window, so slight at first that you hardly notice it's there until it leaves, only to return again and dart down the hall. At 28 seconds, it stops to look in through another window for 4 more seconds, then it's gone for good. Number 5. A man is filming this old medieval building on the Mediterranean island of Sardinia when he notices the curtains of a balcony window are peeled back slightly to reveal a small grayish object peeking out from the bottom. Zoom in, and it almost looks like a tiny face, or else the top of someone's head who is very short, perhaps a small child. It could be a reflection of the palm tree swaying in the wind, or it could be a trapped spirit staring haplessly at the world to which it no longer belongs. Number 4. This spooky midnight sighting is quickly becoming known as the ghost boy under the stairs. It could simply be a bug walking across the camera, but what's weird is how it seems to stay confined to the area under the steps. Then at 15 seconds, it reaches the farthest corner and vanishes. Take a look again and tell me if you think this is real or special effects. Even the person who uploaded this video says they didn't believe in the supernatural until seeing this at their job. Number 3. Muna Bruzan bought this strange and creepy doll at an antique sale after she felt its eyes watching her. Now the doll apparently continues to do so as their connection grows stronger over time. Here you can see her pick up the doll to admire her. When the doll apparently comes to life, you can hear Muna cry out in surprise as the doll turns towards her and flutters its eyes. I have no idea how this could have happened, since both of her hands are nowhere near the doll's head when it turns to face her. When she puts the doll back down, it seems to understand that she is done playing and thoughtfully turns its gaze outside the window. Number 2. A YouTuber named Sanjay Key Angel is traveling the countryside in India when he comes across a phantom figure dressed in an all-white shroud that completely covers its face. It pays them absolutely no attention as it crosses the road with no lantern in hand. Moments ago, it was wandering in complete darkness, yet it moves as though it had somewhere else to be. How it's able to find its bearings in total darkness, with its face covered, is beyond me. Listen to this part and translate if you speak the language so that we all know what they were thinking at the time. Also, tell me whether or not they sound like they are really scared. Also, tell me whether or not they sound like they really are scared or just acting. I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe in the next 5 seconds? Because we upload a new scary video every week. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. Number 1. Michael Andurez is in a car full of friends when they hear a distant voice call out from the nearby woods. I didn't really hear much the first time I watched, but when they slow it down, you can clearly hear someone say something like, "Help me, guys." I think this could be paranormal because it doesn't sound like a normal human voice at all. Theoretically speaking, a person screaming at a speeding car with the windows rolled up would almost certainly not be heard by anybody inside. Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe because we upload new countdowns every Tuesday and Saturday. Or if you're still not convinced, here are some of our other videos that I think you'd like. Enjoy!